Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Solar Ray, and I am here to help you heal. I am here to heal myself, but I'm also here to share the tools that I've learned in my experience to help you go within, to help you figure out in your soul why you are here, what your purpose is. So, on this channel, we will be breaking generational curses, we will be recovering from people pleasing, and we will talk about holistic living and ethereal living. So, this is my first video. We're going to talk about people pleasing. What is people pleasing? What are the characteristics? And how you can heal from that. I was raised to people please. Honestly, I felt like I wasn't seen unless I was people pleasing. No one would notice me unless I was doing something for them, and doing something correctly at that. So you learn to do things correctly and efficiently and just to the best of your ability because of attention, because of how you were conditioned to be. So let's dive in. So Miriam, I have a few notes here. I don't want to get off track, so I'll just, talk about what I have here. So, first things first, what is people pleasing? So, Merriam-Webster described it as people who have an emotional need to please others, which often is an expense to themselves and their own needs. And we have heard of people pleasing, but now that we are in the age of knowing what an empath is, that is empath vibes. Even though there is an underlying urge to make others happy because that's natural, like making people happy and you want to see them at their best selves and in their best light. Those who base their personalities and all of their energy into pleasing others tend to deeply attach themselves to others emotionally, physically, mentally, and that causes resentment within the people pleaser because they put all of their needs to the side, they put all of their wants, their desires to the side, and they're focusing on someone else who is completely grown, who is completely able to take care of themselves mentally, physically, emotionally, in all ways. And this reminds me of the Ace of Cups card. It's like you're pouring into someone who has an upside down cup. And so you're just giving, and then you have nothing. You have a dry, barren cup with dust in it. Like, what are you giving yourself? You're not giving yourself anything. Eventually, people pleasers decide everyone else's needs are more pressing than their own, and they start to get overwhelmed. And sometimes they feel resentful to other people, but also themselves, dissatisfied with their life and depressed. And I would say that has happened to me in my experience. I've put a lot on the line for people that I say I love, and I love deeply because I am an empath, really a super empath. And so, like, I put all of my time and energy into the people I love, into the people I care about, and I make sure that they know that I love and care about them. And sometimes, depending on the person, that goes unnoticed and brushed off, disregarded was the word that came through. So when you are trying your hardest and you are waking up to the fact that, hey, I haven't done anything for me today, I've just been doing things for everyone else, you do take a step back and you do realize that your needs are important. Your wants, your desires are important because you are not a slave. No matter what race you are not a slave. You are not a slave to that person, that job, You are not. And it's time for you to do things for you. I prided myself on being efficient and to do things that other people say, and not in a very controlling way, but it was in a submissive way. If you have a boss and they tell you to do something, you do it right, you do it efficiently, you probably do it even better than anybody else would do it, any better than them. And in my experience, that has literally gotten me nowhere. Me being a people pleaser has literally taught people how to step all over me, unfortunately. And I say that with a smile now because I can honestly, truly say from the bottom of my heart that no one is around me who has done that. They are not in my energy anymore. They are blocked from my energy because it was too generous. And because I have now set up boundaries, and I realize my worth, and I realize my power, and I realize that my energy that emits love deserves to be nurtured. It's not a one-way street. So, and that's another thing I wanted to mention. I mentioned at the beginning that it's a condition. Not everyone is going to enjoy staying stuck and stagnant. And that's fine. The people who want to stay stuck and stagnant, stay over there. But for those who want to grow and evolve and to free themselves from the conditions that we were raised and that the conditions that are trapped in our DNA, we have to set certain boundaries. We have to set certain boundaries. People who are people pleasers can't even speak up for themselves. Tell people what they want. And that's what we have to get out of. We have to be able to speak for ourselves. Just being like, okay, yes, massa. That's not. We're not doing that no more. We're not doing that to ourselves, to our soul, to our higher selves. We're not doing that to our children, their children. We're not doing it to the future generations. We have to stop it now. We have to stop it now. People pleasing is not permanent. Yes, we have to, show gratitude to others and show love to others. Yes, in order for it to be returned, right? But pouring so much of yourself into someone, overindulging in the act of people pleasing, is what we have to stop. It does take boundaries. Yes, in my notes it says it takes boundaries. For example, my mother has been an entrepreneur pretty much my entire life. And I have always been, since I'm the oldest, I have always been the most responsible one, the one who listens to her instructions, and the one who makes sure it's done right. So with that being said, whatever she say is yes, massa, right? So in my adult years, I have dealt with introspection and realizing that I don't have to do every single thing that the person who birthed me told me to do. Not everything is right. Not everything is solid that she says. Okay? When you start breaking away from that, they will have a reaction to it. It depends on what you do first. For me, it was an emotional, spiritual reaction. So me taking my step back, not putting myself on the schedule to work for her business, that I'm not going to go into that just yet, but me slaving for a business, which I don't mind working for a family business. You're supposed to work for a family business, but when it's assumed by someone, because you have placed yourself in a position of people pleasing and submissiveness where they just automatically put you on the schedule, whether they just automatically think that you will be there, you have to start bursting people bubbles. Like, bursting them. No, I will not be there. No, I have something to do. No, I have this and that. Oh, what? You have something? Yeah. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You're going to feel guilty, especially if you are more in tune emotionally with this person or multiple people. It's going to hurt. You're going to feel, especially if you're an empath, you're going to feel, oh, they don't have anyone else to help them. Or, oh, they don't have this and this and that. Well, listen. They can go hire somebody to help them with real money instead of paying you chump change and you're here for 24 hours. Like, make it make sense. They're just using you for convenience because you know you're emotionally involved. They know you are loving, the only one that's loving to them, the only one that pumps their ego up. So that's why they put you in a position to make you feel guilty and shameful for not helping them and not giving them your time and energy, by not pleasing them. I want to leave you with this because I feel like I've been going all over the place, but I feel like if you resonate with this, you will get what I'm saying and you will be able to incorporate this into your life and do introspection after this video and see where it does apply in your life. But I want to give you some affirmations just to help with reprogramming your mind and changing your mind so that you can change your reality when it comes to people pleasing, because it is tough. You know, here's some affirmations to help balance you. I am not selfish when I am in the act of self-care. I can ask for help. I can be upfront about my needs. I love myself and I care about myself enough. I am important and I deserve to be taken care of. I deserve divine pleasure. And my needs are just important as everyone else's. So, repeat this as many times as you can. Usually for my affirmations, I write them down and I repeat them every morning. So that's something you can do. But keep this in mind. It's okay that you realize that you've done this in the past and you're like, whoa, I wasted a whole lot of time. Don't think about that. Think about the now. Think about how you're going to change your life now, how you're going to change your mindset now, how you are going to take the active steps to please yourself. Because if you are people pleasing, you are attracting people who want you to people please, who want to take from you. So like I mentioned before with the Ace of Cups analogy, you have to fill your own cup now. You have to fill your own cup. And you have to fill it with love. The same love you give out to others. And I know that's hard. That's why I mentioned in the affirmations that I deserve divine pleasure. Some of us who are people pleasers don't think we deserve pleasure. We think we are supposed to provide pleasure, which is why we provide it accurately, perfectly, divinely, just how people need it. Well, it's time for you to figure out what you need. So this is Solar Ray. We are healing divinely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my first video. And if you liked it, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much.